Let's see. Ah, found it. I don't see the... Ah, there you go. That's the one. Okay, all right. So, skipped last week streaming. Actually for a few days. I'll try to be more consistent, even if I can just do like a, an hour or two. Try to be more consistent because this is the time I spend the most developing this game. But anyways, today we'll just refactoring some of the code. Like that's what's been the past couple weeks, and I have to finish. Like most of the refactor, I have to finish this week because we got to start building this thing up. And the refactor again was necessary because a lot of this stuff changed along the way, but it's not like it's fun stuff. It just takes a long time to do it properly, and we have to do it properly. Because now we're seriously about building this game out. So, yeah. So we gotta get ready for the final stretch, which is gonna be a lot of work. And the refactor is funny because it's not like we're prototyping it. Like our game is, like this game has been through probably like 6 different versions, and when I say versions, it's like an hour-long demo for each version, and they were all different. They might not be very different in terms of the art style. Like the art style was, well, except version 1 and 2 were probably like early art style, but like after that was like the art style was pretty much set. But like gameplay wise, it changed a lot, which is why this is a little bit of a nightmare. So what I want to do first is just get the skill to work properly. Let's see. Right now we're kind of building like, so you get a blessing like artist blessing, and then you go ahead and use it, but actually I have to check it because we might not be able to do it now. Yes, we do have some errors. I forgot about that. That's part of the refactoring, right? So what is he complaining about? Blessing UI controller. Let's see what that means. So yes, so I have to add it in here. So blessing, so I have UI, which now called blessing switcher, and then we have the blessing controller, and then we have something else called blessing skills. I might have to revisit that one. Controller. This will be blessing UI. I'll put this over here actually. So the reason I'm doing this as a controller because it handles input and manages a lot of different states. Which is funny because we have the controllers here, which are they're kind of like interfaces between real input and something that the character does. Then we have abilities, which is everything that the character can do in the game. So like jumping, kicking, all that. And then we have blessing skills, which are, where is it? Here. Blessing skills, which is basically everything that the character can do, like special in terms of special attacks and special stuff. So that's that. I was also thinking about, because we do have a UI widget aiming display. So just make sure that we have that in there. And I think the aiming controller actually requires this. Yes, okay. That's good. Interaction controller. Maybe those should be part of the main object. The thing is, like, the main, like, the root object has a lot of components already, and I'm trying to do this so I can see more easily. And the only reason I don't do this for the other components is that I'm not willing to spend the time. It's too much time to go through everything. But like the new ones, I'm doing this properly. Well, not properly, but just a way that I can actually see what's going on. There's the combat stuff as well. So, like for me, it's a little easier to read all this. But anyways, what we're doing here is just Atlas UI Atlas Blessing UI controller as well. I'll just link the Atlas, and we do need to link the UI display, which is this one, right? So I need to rename this also. So this should be, this is a widget. So this is a UI widget. Well, so widget at aim display. The reason I'm changing to aim display instead of aim arrow is because I'm gonna do like a little bit of an effect, and depending on the skill that you have, it's gonna display a little bit different. So we'll have a widget here too for the item display, and here is just an icon item. Here is kind of the same thing, so do icon arrow or aim arrow for now, but this will be different later. So we don't have to worry about this now. Like this is a also stamina. This I might need to delete this because we're not using that anymore. So anyways, so this is UI widget item display, and we'll do the same thing for UI widgets aim display. There you go. That's all we got to do here, and then in here with oh, it's all set in here. Well, let's see if we can at least get the blessing, because we'll need to test the input. So to do that, we need to make sure that we can actually, acquire the blessing. We did other I did other things during this time too. Just like a lot of UI work has been done, so the panels are now at least those first two are now properly working. I created a whole stackable, refactored the whole UI code since the last stream, and this we have some sort of stackable code, stackable controllable panel code that tracks basically everything, so it's not because we had problems where depending on the state that you were before with the panels, if you overlay in the wrong order, you lost input. Which, by the way, I was playing some, I'm not gonna say the name, so I'll play some AAA games, and they also have this problem. So I was like, okay, so it wasn't just me, which made me feel a little bit better. But anyways, I managed to fix it for my specific case, which is good. So now, the cases that I tested, I managed to never actually break it. Obviously, when you give to real players, this is gonna be different. But for now, it's fine. So, okay, so we're still having errors. Let's see what the errors are. Oh, I maybe I haven't. Yes, sorry, that was my bad. I was meant to do this. Okay, so yes, blessing. Okay, that's what we want. I don't know if when fold outs, I don't know if I can do tags, because this is another thing too. Like this code is like some of the scripts are getting so large that it's super difficult to understand what's going on. So for example, if I can do energy controller and then I do like space and I do like title, something like blessing controllers. So everything related to blessings. Skill controller maybe something. Well, also I think I can get rid of this, right? But anyways, this I'll have to revisit this anyways. So let's see. Let's go back and see if that's something that Unity accepts. Well, in this case, not Unity, is the Odin inspector thingy. So we'll see. See how it goes. Because if it displays something like that, that's a little bit better. Oh, it does. Okay, good, good. So yeah, okay. So then I can do the fold outs and some organization. Okay. So just for the sake of being organized, we'll do what is this? This is like call it gameplay controllers. Because they do all sorts of things, right? They're not related to a specific feature, they're just like aiming controller does anything related to like projectiles or just like even the roulette that we use to select the blessing. We use the aiming system for that, right? So that's that. That was just something a little bit stupid that I spent some time on, but that's fine. So yeah, gameplay controllers, blessing controllers. Okay, yeah, I'll have to see. Like this is what I talk about. Like this is too messy. I'll have to organize this at some point. But this is better now. I'll have to see the rest. But okay. All right, let's see if we can get the blessing. And we're getting there, by the way. Like this is like we're moving. It's just some of it's the type of work that is a little bit annoying too, because we have to set it in a way that we can build the content without having to code specific stuff all the time. Okay, got the blessing. Okay. Forgot which button I used. It wasn't X. What was it? Oh, so kick and skill. So that was kick, and that was supposed to be skill. Okay. So yeah, we do have input. It's logging there, but you can't actually see anything now. That's fine. So here's the main issue we have at the moment, because like one blessing might have more than one skill, and that might be the problem that I'm facing. But let's pretend that's not a problem, that it's just design choice, right? So we have one blessing. For example, we'll take Ares as an example, right? We'll go to that. Where is it? Skills. Where is it? Skills core? No. Runtime. There you go. Hero skills. Ares. So Ares has 3 main skills. So it has the shield block, the shield throw, and the sword slash. So we have to kind of separate what each skill does and how to manage that, because there is such because right now we have something called, what is it, runtime context, which gives us like priority and like all the variables that we might need to execute something, which is fine, but I think it's too confusing. Like I'm not gonna create like a context. We'll need like a giant context to handle everything that has to do for all the blessings, right? So this is not scalable. That has to go. Blessing interaction, I don't know what that is. I think that's for the statue, right? That's the statue. So interaction object statue, which Atlas the blessing. Okay. So just so I remember what it is. So this has to go runtime state. So equipped blessing. So blessed definition, yeah. So this is the blessing that we have, and then we have which blessing is equipped, and then we have the meters, which I don't want to do like this. Skills, yes. So all the possible skills, that's fine. So yeah, that has to change. Input handler. So input claim. I don't mind this because this kind of gives me the priority input that I need. The problem I have with this is like it's super hard for me to do those things because I would have to come here and on the build context, build runtime context here, I'd have to set everything up. And by the way, most stuff comes from this, right? So it's not like it matters. Also, there's this meter here, and this doesn't exist on most of the skill or most of the blessings. Like each blessing is different, like in terms of UI and how they work. So I guess the best way to do this is having a runtime for each blessing, and then having a runtime for each skill. And the runtime for the blessing controls the blessing state, and it handles the input. And then it kind of gives the skills, each skill, like the input that requires. So like instead of the sword slash, handling if the button has been pressed, that will be done through the blessing controller. The blessing controller, like Ari's blessing controller, will then like trigger the sword slash from the controller. So I think that would be a better solution. Skill score. So yeah, I'll do a folder here called runtime. That's not how I spell runtime. Okay. So we'll do something like, well, we do have blessing runtime state. Cause we could do something like blessing runtime. When we should have do we have which blessing is selected? Select blessing. Equip blessing runtime. That's what we want. Okay. Runtime stays, yeah, that's how we're doing right now. Okay. Yeah, so we might actually need this one because this will then give us the. So I'll write a comment just to make sure that I understand this. So blessing runtime state gives us the runtime state of the selected blessing. Or selected, no, equipped blessing. So let's see what we need from here. So we have all the skills, the skill definition, right? That's fine. We don't have the references for the skill runtime, which is fine too. And we'll need, like, the skill runtime is, it has to be a mono behavior because we'll need inspector references. My brain is just not functioning today for some reason. Okay, so let's go. Yeah, primary meter, like, I don't know if we need this here. Because, like, you can maybe make a template for each one, but my bad is that it doesn't matter, because if I do a meter for Aries, it's going to be different from a meter for Janos or whatever. Like, not every blessing will have a meter, so I'm inclined to delete this. The only reason I'm not going to delete it is because I might actually use this somewhere else. So we can, I'll just hide it for now, or comment it, so I can use this later. Reset runtime state. Well, we can keep this one. That's fine. I'll comment this too. Okay. So yeah, but that's all we really need for this. So what does the runtime do? So yeah, basically this is gonna control. Well, we have the blessing controller, which is fine, but this is gonna be how each blessing behaves. Oh, that's a better explanation. How each blessing behaves. What we have in here, because we do have to ask ourselves, like, if we're gonna concentrate everything into one thing, why do we need those things? Because another thing that I could do instead is just keep this as it is, though this handles the input too, which, no, fine. But I then have blockers. So for example, well, I'll need priorities. So this, I'll need a priority of the blessing. And that, to be honest, that has to come from the definition. So where is it? Core. So well, this is a mess. But let's see. Do something like input priority. Yeah. So I don't know, we could get rid of those things. Oops. Hang on guys, just give me a second. All right, again, like it's one of those weeks, right? So it's gonna have to be very short stream, very short. But I'll try to at least get this organized. So let's see. Primary meter. So we don't actually need the context though. C plus incorrection, something else. Input claim. Oh, for instance, what we could do. Pretty sure this is a mono behavior, right? Yeah. I guess what we could do is just because we do have to check this on the update, right? The reason we do need to do this is because some of the states have to be organized such a way that we do have them on the update. Like if you do a hold to aim or something like that, that will have to be on the update. In some rare case, we have something that is just press of a button, but that's not true for all cases. So we'll do here, and then we'll change this. So we'll do, instead of evaluate input down, we'll do public virtual void evaluate input, and then well, from here we could have anything really, because I really like to keep this for this queue to handle. I don't like those types of things. Evaluating what I can maybe do is, for example, we have LUMI input manager, like special ability. Oh, is it coming? Special or ability? I don't know what I'm looking for. So do we have the jump button? Let's see, something easier. Okay. Let's see. The jump button didn't give me what I wanted. Well, so interact button maybe. Okay, that's not giving me what I want. I want where is it? Where's the input stuff? I want this one. Yes, there we go. So this is kind of the buttons that we have, and we might have stuff they're not buttons. So, but anyways, like even with that, because I could have input up, input down. Like I could just say input interact button dot or the state dot current state goes to button down, button press, button up. Yeah, so I could just do an if for that instead of having all this. And then I leave to each skill to do whatever they want in this case. Arm listener. Okay, so yeah. Well, now I'm not doing that now. I'm just handling the input for now. So we'll do just a simple evaluate input, and then here, for example, right? All we gotta do is, instead of having all those stupid methods, we'll just do an override, evaluate, override input, and then here, we'll do, well, what can we do here? So we'll do maybe it doesn't matter. Maybe I can just get rid of this, right? I'll have to do the same thing for, well, oh shit. That was my bad. Let me just comment this for now, because I know that might be problematic. There you go. Where is this? Okay. Oh. Okay. And then here we'll do the same. And just for this word slash, because that's the one I want to test real quick. So we'll do something like override evaluate input, and then we'll do if Fumie input manager. We must have. I don't remember the names of this stuff. Player control. So movement, aim, mouse position, track dash. Use skill. So what is this? Use skill button. I don't know why I call them. Use skill. State was down. Oh, never mind. So we'll do state, current state. Let's state down. Let's do down. Word slash. Here we have to manage like states and handle like blocking other stuff and that type of thing. But for now, let's just do. Okay, so we do have errors, obviously. Yes, we don't care for any of this at the moment. Honestly, this doesn't even need an update because we'll leave everything to the skills to do it. We don't need this. I can delete the other stuff later. For now, I just want to get this thing working. Quite frankly, I just want to remove this. I don't want this context here. Where is this being called from? Special abilities. Okay, so we don't need this anymore. The same way we don't need any of these methods anymore. The pause method we do need. On interact, I think we do need. Open map. Cross change, initializing, but the other stuff is fine. So we'll keep those. So that means we don't need this anymore. We don't need this anymore. And go back to checkpoint. I'll keep it because that seems very specific. It might be like, because I know one of the skills, the go is like, not the go, but like the ability you have is to return to a checkpoint. So all those meter stuff can go away. I'll just comment this for now because I might use this later. And finally, we'll just, yeah, the debug stuff too. Okay. Comment this, comment this, comment this, and comment this. Okay, and comment this. Okay, so just getting rid of the errors just for now, so we can test if this is working. We still have some errors, that's which understandable. Made a lot of changes. Yeah, well, we don't need this anymore because the skills will have different types anyways. That's why, like, I don't know. I feel like I have to remove this. I'm just keeping this code around because I'm refactoring this at the moment and I might need it. But this, I might need to get rid of this. Then save it. Just test this. If we got a forward slash, that would be a win. Tomorrow I'll try to come to the stream earlier so we have more time to work on this. It's a lot of work to be done still, and not a lot of time, which is okay. We have a problem, which is like it's triggering the forward slash before we have the ability. So the way I'm gonna fix this is by, well, I can simply do this by enabling or disabling the blessing runtime, right? So I'll just do some. So yeah, that would be this. Blessing tab. Okay. So okay, so the way we can do this is by, we have a list of register skills runtime. Okay, we do. So so we'll do Why can I not use it? Where? Not all. What is this? Two. Can I do a fine here? No. That doesn't make any sense, right? Why am I doing this? For each? Yes! Sorry, guys. My brain sometimes just stupid. I don't see where I was. Like, for some reason, VS Code decided to go to a different line. Enabled equals true. And then for the other one, unequipped, we'll just do m register skill runtimes, and we'll do for each to whatever. Oh, come on. Enable equals false. That's all we need for now. We'll do a better state management tomorrow. But if that works, then that's it. I think giving more control to the skills is fine, because they'll be very, like, one is a portal that you can activate, the other one is like a sword slash and a shield combo, the other one is a map teleportation skill, the other is like a swimming attack. So they're all very different, which means that I can still fucking use. Oh, might not be. Okay, let's collect the skill. Yeah, we have the sword slash shield. The animation on the left's not correct, but on the right is fine. Okay. Yeah, that's good. Okay, so that works. Alright, so that's the basic setup. Tomorrow I'll be... Again, super short development time I had today. I've tried to fix this for tomorrow. But tomorrow I'll do... We'll build up upon this and do a proper state management. And my goal would be to get all the skills in there. At least the two that I have at the moment, which is the portals and the sword slash and shield throw. Okay, that's it for today. Super short. That's all the time I had for today. But tomorrow I'll try to do a longer stream. Again, not really for anything, but mostly because it's the best development time that I'm having recently. So, anyways, that's it. Thank you for those who stuck with me, and we'll see you later. Bye bye.